being in Chiang Mai
Wow.
after 4 years of growth.
Plug. YouTube. Y'all, let me step down here in the creative room. So I have a special person that I want to introduce y'all. I actually met her last year. This was my first time being in Chiang Mai. And it was a group brunch. I told y'all, Sunday brunch. And I met all of them literally by going on Facebook and searching where the black people at. So boom, so I met her, but this is actually her last week in Chiang Mai. She's been living here for several years, and she'll be telling us her experience and what she feels like being out here. So let's go ahead and jump into it.
All right, y'all. So I have a special guest. This is something important to me because she's actually one of the first people that I met that actually influenced me to move to Thailand. So without no further introduction, this is Tanae. What about you, Tanae?
Hey, Tashier. Thank you. That was so nice. But I'm good. I'm chilling,
Yeah,
you know.
for sure.
I'm cool. How about yourself? How are you?
Good. I know that you've been living here for a couple of years now. How many years you been living here?
Just about 4. I did leave for a couple of months, back in 2023, but all my stuff was still here. So
Okay.
I counted. I wasn't gone that long. So
Right.
4 years.
So we're going to start this off with really just understanding how you even got to Thailand. So let's start off. Where are you from?
I'm from Columbia, Maryland.
Columbia, Maryland. See, that is really
Shout out
close
to, the DMV,
to me.
y'all. You're
So
from North Carolina, right?
I'm from Virginia.
Oh, that's right.
So her being so close to me when I met her and you told me that, I'm like, oh my, like this reminds me of someone like me that really influenced me, and seeing someone that's so close to me and knows some of the commonalities that I know made it easier to connect the dots to get here.
Yeah.
So what was that first transition looking like? Was it you watching a TV show about Thailand or something about the media?
So back in like 2018, I was in grad school in South Carolina, and my older cousin and her husband, they were getting ready to move to Korea. And I was like, oh snap. So her husband is white and Korean, and she's black, obviously. And I was like, oh snap, people really do this? And black people really do this?
Right.
Because I only really saw that mostly in movies and TV shows. I've always wanted to travel abroad, but I never actually took the time to think about moving abroad, going to teach abroad. And that's what they were going to do. And so ever since they told me that, like, the Lord would not let it leave my mind. It just, I couldn't get rid of it. I couldn't get rid of it, no matter how hard.
Like you kept seeing it like TV shows, or
just
it's like
in my mind, in my spirit. Like I was constantly looking stuff up.
Yeah.
I would try to leave it alone for a while, and then it just would come right back. I couldn't.
And before this, you never traveled outside the country before?
No, I've done like a cruise, you know, with my family, but nothing like this.
So you ain't got no experience about nothing about, okay. So did you ask them for information or did you just take it upon yourself and say, I'm going to do it?
So yeah, I definitely asked her a lot of different questions, because since she was going to Korea, they were doing it through an program called EPIC. If you guys are interested, I think it's still around. It's specifically for Korea. And so that's where I kind of started looking into and everything, but I was doing my own research as well, as far as where would I really want to live? What's going to really make me happy? If I'm going to go that far away. So I just kept on doing research. And that's how I came across International TEFL Academy.
Plug.
And so if you go onto their website, they have so many different programs for you to get your TEFL, Teaching English as a Foreign Language certification. And so when I did that, I was like, okay, I definitely knew that I wanted to come to Asia. I've always wanted to come to Asia. I just had to figure out which country was it going to be.
And you was already teaching prior to
No, my background is in hotel management. I was a AGM for a hotel.
Okay, how many years was you doing that before?
About 2.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you're doing more research about coming outside the country. What was the next step looking like? Was it saving up money? Was it you was looking for a job?
Yeah, I just knew I don't like online learning. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to, at least I don't like doing the online learning. I was like, okay, whatever country I choose, I'm going to take my TEFL course there.
Okay, yeah.
So I started doing like more research, and I had landed on Vietnam. I was like, okay, I want to go to Vietnam for sure. One of my best friends, hey Diana, is Vietnamese. Not that has anything, but like I just knew her, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so sweet, she's so kind. So why not go to Vietnam? And just the more research that I was doing, I was like, okay, this seems like a great place for me at the time.
And that was someone you knew personally. Yes. So that was a relation. But
she's grown up all of her life in America.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
But that was as far as I knew. And because of her persona, which is, only her persona, I was like, oh my gosh, I think it'll be okay. I think I'll be fine. And then COVID happened.
COVID did happen.
And Vietnam's borders got really, really tight. And so I was like, okay, I'm ready to go now, though. If I keep pushing it off, I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
What's the next step? So I kept on doing research. What's another country close to Vietnam that has a similar cost of living, similar living conditions, but once things calm down, I can just make that move over there real quick. And it was Thailand.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. I kept on doing research on the program. I was like, okay, cool. They got a TEFL certification in a city called Chiang Mai. I knew nothing about Chiang Mai. I didn't even know really anything about Bangkok, except people kept being like, oh, that's where the hangover was. And I was like, oh, it was? Okay. I was like, I don't know. So I was like, sure. But I didn't know really anything about Chiang Mai, but it looked cool. It looked nice. And I'm like, at the most, I got to be there 4 weeks and I'm a dip.
Yeah.
I got here within like a week. I was like, oh, this
fell in love.
Fell in love.
You sold me. You sold me. I'm like, I got to move here now.
I was like, oh my gosh, this place is really incredible.
Yeah.
It has I don't know. You just get such a sense of peace being here.
We're free. It's like true freedom.
It is.
I never felt freedom like this.
And it's really hard to comprehend. It's really hard to put into words. It's not even one of those things. Me and Zara talk about this sometimes. It's not that we want to be like, I've lived abroad. And so it's not that. It's just a different feeling that is hard to explain if you're not having it. If you haven't, it's just like if you won an Emmy, you can tell somebody about winning that Emmy, but until you won it yourself, you can't really compare it to that. You're not bragging about it. It's just simply explaining this is an experience I've had and it has ultimately changed my life.
And it might do for you next. So when you got here, did you have everything mapped out? Like you came here for 4 weeks. Let's continue that story right there.
No, I didn't. I was just excited to get here really and just see how I was going to feel. And just meet people that were going through. That was another reason that I wanted to take my TEFL in person, was so that I could meet people who were going through the same type of experience that I was going through.
Makes sense.
I didn't want to be dealing with this type of a big jump, just solo dolo like that.
Facts.
I love to be by myself, but there's
you ain't gotta make it hard for yourself.
Exactly.
You're gonna make it easy. Yeah.
There's some things that you do need other people around for, and that's okay. And so it gave me that opportunity. But yeah, when I got here, I knew pretty quickly that I wanted to be here. It didn't take that long for me to figure out, okay, this is where I need to be. It was so fast, I couldn't believe it.
So in the 4 weeks, like we talking about week one?
Week one.
Week one. You
pretty
ready.
much
you
week one. Yes. Because I can be very indecisive, but when I'm sure, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's
when
a fact.
I know, I know.
Because you already got the answer. Ain't no searching.
Exactly. So I'm not going to keep questioning something when I truly know in my heart and in my spirit, okay, this is it. So the next part was just finding a job. So within the second week, so almost right next to where CTEFL is, the school I was getting my certification from, there was a little restaurant right there that a lot of the students would go to. And next to my school was a Thai school. And so one day I was in there with some classmates. We were talking about the class and everything like that. And one of the teachers from the Thai school was there. And he's like, oh, are y'all at CTEFL? They've hired a lot of people from there before.
What you mean? Right on time?
You can't tell me that the Lord isn't right. You just can't. You just can't. And so he was like, "Oh, we've hired a lot of people from there. If you're interested, here's my information. Reach out." I'm gonna reach out.
Right.
You got the right
Yeah,
one.
no, this is it.
No problem. Thank you. So I reached out, and he was like, "Oh man, we actually just hired somebody for like a kindergarten or second grade. It was one of those,
Right.
kindergarten or second grade. I can't remember which one, but I was like, oh man, okay, all right." I was like, "Well, if you end up looking for something else, let me know." He was like, "Oh, most definitely, for sure." I tell you, it wasn't even a week later that he hits me up and it's like, "Hey, we got an opening for P1, which is Pratom 1 at that school, so grade 1." And we're like, "Can you come in for an interview?" Go in for the interview. It goes great. So mind you that the course is 4 weeks.
Okay, 4 weeks.
Within the first week, I had decided this is where I'm going to be. By the end of the second, going into the third, somewhere in there, I had already been hired for a job.
Wow.
So
but what's your emotions like during this whole, like, there's a you're like, I'm gonna be here for a short term. Like, you're just taking everything in.
I'm just taking everything in. I'm just being open because like the Lord has got me this far. I done already got a job. I'm just in a receiving state.
Okay.
Like, I'm not about to question this.
You're like, I need this. This is coming up next, and everything is right on time.
The school offered housing for free.
Okay.
So I could move in there.
Yeah.
And stay there until I found my own place. So I could have stayed there as long as I wanted to.
Right.
But that wasn't for me. But it was an incredible blessing to be able to have somewhere to go and stay and to not have to pay for while I am looking for somewhere I can save my money. Cause you need at least like 3 months deposit here for your place.
Yes. That's correct.
And when you're working at a Thai school, you're making quite a bit less money than at an international school.
Okay.
So I needed to like stack up my money a little bit so that I could be good for that. But yeah, it just was like, God was just in the details.
He laid it out.
He just laid it out. He don't create confusion. He'll be with you in it, but he's not creating that. And so I just know that when things go smoothly like that, there's no need to question it.
Right.
Go with it.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what I did. And it really worked out.
Correct. Cause you could have got any job, you could have picked anything. It's not just teaching job that you can get out here, but you chose that one because that was the most smoothest path of less resistance. You would say.
Yeah. I mean, especially at that time, and now as a foreigner, there's no real other jobs that we can do unless you're ready to open up your own business.
And teaching's not an easy thing. Like, I don't think you can just pop in here. You got certain things you need to get.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Get that TEFL certification. If you have your associates, that's great. Many schools prefer your bachelor's, but I know people that have been hired. You're going to have to look. It might take you a little bit longer, but nothing is impossible.
Plug.
If you keep on putting yourself out there, you keep trying, it can happen. So, but yeah, for me, I didn't want to go through the full process of handling a visa.
Right. Yeah. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Like, and I was watching your video earlier with Danny and y'all were talking about how it's changed now. You can't just do the regular visa on arrival.
Yeah. You're not worried about that. That's not a worry for you. That's not a worry for you.
No, I was able to do a visa on arrival when I first got here and when I came back. And for my work visa, the schools do all that for you. You just have to go to immigration yourself.
Right.
You might have to, you gotta, like, there you go. You might have to do a visa run. You gotta take care of all that. But other than that, I don't have to worry about the paperwork. And I've been so blessed that the schools that I've been at have really, overall, done a really good job of handling all of that for me. So
it sounds like a definite pro of being a teacher in Thailand. That's one of the things, because for me, I do have to worry about visa stuff, and stuff always changes in Thailand.
Yes.
So yeah, I want to definitely get into, like, you started teaching, you started getting the housing, you're trying to get acclimated to the area. What does that look like for you? You don't know the language. You don't have any family here in Chiang Mai either. So what's those next steps look like for you?
So thankfully, I was making friends with people that were in my TEFL course who I'm still good friends with. Hey, New, hey, Derek, hey, Lauren. I had to shout people out, but I just love them. But yeah, so we just got close. So it was easy to, at least with them, build that connection. Yeah. And then I made a couple friends at my job too. I will say though, like my first year here, I was definitely alone because I really am. I enjoy my space. I like my privacy. And then I was going through a lot of emotions at that time of thinking that I was unhappy here. And it was feelings that I'd never felt before, which was actually peace, joy, and not to say for real,
like true.
for real, like you don't even know that you're lacking in this peace and in that joy until you finally have it. And then you're just like so thrown off with what these emotions are. And it's so unfamiliar to you, at least for me, that I was like, okay, this can't be right. Something's wrong. Like I was literally telling myself, something's wrong. This can't be right. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. Was like talking myself out of it, like trying to convince myself to go home. But things didn't work out for me to go home because I chose for it to not to. Because I realized, like, Tanae, you're doing too much. Like, you are happy. You have peace. You have real joy in your life. And I just wanted to take more of that in.
Yeah.
And then I got to travel as well within that first year of me being here. And I was like,
solo
wow,
travel? First year, everything was solo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was your first solo trips during that time as well. So it sounds like everything like escalated, like accelerated in terms of your growth. Like you literally came out here and then everything expanded. You over here going to different places. So that first year, you got everything you needed to go. So what did year 2 look like?
Year 2. Okay. So I got here 2021 and then all of year 2, I guess would be technically 2022. Okay. I was working. I was traveling when I could. I had moved into a house with my good friend Lauren, because we found a house that we really both liked and it just made sense for rent at the time. And then she moved to Bangkok. And then that's when I finally had my own place again. Okay. And I loved that apartment.
What was the name of that apartment?
Oh my gosh. It was called Sri Anand. It's right here.
Right.
Okay. It looked a little ghetto, but it's not. It's just on the outside because it's an older Thai community. Okay. But there's a lot of nurses that work in there. Yeah. And so my apartment was like new and renovated. I loved that apartment.
How much was you paying for that?
7,000 baht.
7,000 baht.
Which is, I don't know what that is, but he'll put it on the screen right here.
I'll do that conversion for y'all.
But that's super
plus.
cheap.
That's
and it wasn't even a studio. It was a separate 1-bedroom, had a living room. Yeah. That's usually a price you're paying for a studio.
Right.
Everything was separated. I'm like, God is good.
Okay, so that, year 2, you finally get into peace. Because y'all know I've been here for 5 months now. And I'm just now but I'm experiencing those first couple of months of being in peace, being in joy. And after you've been there for that 1 year, year 2, you're in it. Like you're doing this every single day. Like you have committed that this is my life for now on. Because when we come out here, this is not a vacation. Like you have to commit to say like, this is my life.
And I think that's something that a lot of people don't really understand, that when you do make that decision, I'm not on vacation. I'm not just hanging out, chilling around. I have to go to work every day, Monday through Friday. I got to clock in. I got to make lesson plans, so this is my life. Just because I'm not in America anymore doesn't mean that it's not still real life things happening and you don't still have those same responsibilities. Mm-hmm. It's just that it's a different feeling. It's not as expensive. You can do more. You have way more freedom. It's just a big old, that burden that America puts on so many people to be a certain way, to think a certain way, to hustle a certain way. It's just like lifted off of you. So you really are living. You're living.
So you would say year 2, you were like fully immersed in living. Would you say year 1, you was already there? Like,
no, honestly, I don't think I got like really for real fully immersed until I came back from being in the States for a while. I think going into year 2, like 2022, I was finally really finding my footing.
Okay.
I was really like, okay, this is it. I like this. I was getting friends. We was finding our little spots and restaurants that we like and stuff. Yeah. I was finding my little spots. So it was like, okay, I'm getting this now. Mm-hmm. I'm good. And then December came and my mom got really, really sick. And, So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go home. My intention was to come back, but then once I got home and I saw the condition she was in and all of that, I was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and stay. She's all right now, but I was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and stay here. And then I was like, okay, since I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and give America a try. By March, I was like, no, I'm done.
So with that, working with your job, like, could you just up and leave and then?
No. So they had to like take me off, but they said, if you come back, we would want to hire you back.
But it's not a guarantee, right?
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
So if someone was to come here, get a teaching job, go back to America, think they have some security here, it's not going to be that source of security that you could lock in.
I mean, it depends, because when I left, it was good timing because we were actually just going on winter break.
Okay. So it made perfect sense for your situation.
The intent was for me to come back maybe a day or two after the school year was starting back up, when we were coming back from Christmas break. So it was okay at that point. But then once I got there and decided, okay, I'm going to stay, then of course, like, they're not going to keep you on the payroll. They got to find another teacher to teach these kids. It's just like anywhere.
And substitute teaching, I know, like, if you're not there, they just replace you. It's the same type of process as someone would experience in America.
It depends. Like, let's say I'm sick one day. They will, if the school has like substitute teachers on hire, then they'll just cover with a substitute. If not, they'll get another one of the teachers in that department to cover for you.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so if it would have gone the way that I originally planned it to have gone, they would have just got one of the other teachers to cover 1 or 2 days of my classes for me, and then I would have been right back. But it didn't go that way.
Okay, so then you was in America, mom got good, thank God. You come back to Thailand now. You got the full experience of being in America. What's your mindset going back? Like, are you doing the same thing that you were doing before you left, or did something else change in you?
Do you mean like
coming from America?
Like what made me want to come back, or
not
like
made
what
you want
happened?
to come back, but how did you feel like being back in Thailand? Like, did it spark more, or did it make you want to? Like, what did that?
It made me feel like this time I really felt like, oh, I'm home.
You felt really at peace. Like, as soon as you came back, everything just melted. Sense. Okay.
I was like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be.
I would say that's a good indicator to say, like, you where you need to be at.
Yeah.
So if y'all have a similar experience, that's a really good feeling. And
yeah. Like, if you just get somewhere, wherever it is, it don't have to be outside of the country.
Right.
If it's a different state, whatever.
That's the feeling,
it's
though. The feeling of peace.
Yes.
You will know where you need to be at Thailand. We're not making these so that you just move to Thailand. We want you to fully hear Tanae's story and how she got here, because it might resonate with you and you might want to make the same thing. Okay. So now you back there. You're getting back into it. You're doing more things. What are you doing now since, you just came back from America?
Oh my gosh. I got a new job at a new school, which ended up being an international school, which was really great because I was able to make more money this time. Then that's I just started meeting more people. I was determined this time to put myself out there a little bit more. Because I definitely am an introvert, and I do need and I require my space for real. But I didn't want it to be the way that it was before. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try a little harder this time. And it really worked out. I started meeting some really great people. And I wanted to do more things. I love to do, like painting with a twist back home.
Okay. So you were experiencing more. You were doing more. Yeah. Cause you got more time on your hands, right? You had peace. You got more time. Your time is your own. So you doing stuff that you want to do.
Exactly.
So you're doing more of that in year 2 when you came back.
Right. So I did it. So back in America, I love to do like the painting with a twist thing, but they didn't really have anything like that here. Okay. So that's how I got into my events. Yes. I really wanted to bring that type of experience here because nobody was really doing it. At least in Chiang Mai. In Bangkok, I'm sure that, I think I'd seen it maybe once or twice, things like that advertised, but not much. And definitely not in Chiang Mai. And so just meeting the right people and just having people to believe in my ideas and my thoughts. And so doing the events and things like that here just really opened up a whole new world for me too. And I've just learned so much more about myself, and that I am a little bit more extroverted than I thought I was, that I do like hosting, that I do like creating. I am more creative than I imagined myself to be. So this time around, I feel like I have grown even more than before. I feel more confident and like more certain of myself. Because if I can come to a whole new country, y'all, if you
Not survive,
for real,
and
but
thrive.
thrive, like you can do it. Don't let nobody else tell you what you can or can't do. And don't let people put you into a box because of what they've done or what they've already imagined for you to do. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit God, because it's all up to him. And so if he's got you up here, don't put yourself down here because of what other people think.
That's beautiful.
It's the truth.
I want to touch on the piece of you being a pioneer, right? So this woman over here in Chiang Mai, y'all, making events. She hosting stuff. She's not from here. She don't know nobody. She's creating a life for herself and a life for other people. You get what I'm saying? I came to an event that, she was hosting that made me come out here, that sparked me wanting to move out here. So that piece right there is a big thing, right? So let's talk about more about the events you started, because you came out here and not just, survive, got a job, but you started doing things that, you didn't do in America and doing new things, and you fell in love with it. And now you find new stuff about yourself. So talk about getting into those events and people that do similar things in America, that they can keep doing that here or do something that's different.
I was very blessed to have really supportive people around me that were just like, just do it. What's the worst that can happen? Just do it. Cause I can definitely be in my own head so much. Being in a different country, you're like, oh my God, what people want to come to this. And the first events that I was doing were the sip and paints. And so I had to charge people for that. Not for myself, but I had to get the materials and, pay for the space.
It
things
costs.
like that. It costs. And stuff costs money. But I love doing sip and paints. And I was like, well, maybe somebody else will too. And I love seeing people smile and happy and bringing people together to just do other things.
I love that.
And
in America, did you ever do a sip and paint before? You didn't do no events.
Hosting them?
Hosting none. So coming out here, you done doing hosting events for the first time ever in your life. So you already get in this sense of confidence and empowerment just by living in this new place. And it's showing in the events. Like, y'all got to come to an event. If y'all in America, wherever she at, definitely tap into whatever event she throw out there. But
that's okay. Thank you so much.
So you start doing that. People are supporting you. What's next from there?
So far, this has really just been to help build community, to build networking, to get to know people.
In a foreign land.
Yeah, I feel like the expat community sometimes and the Thai community can be so separated, and I'm for everybody. I love us, but I'm also for whose heart is real, whose heart is genuine, and I just want to see people happy and thriving. And if I can be a part of that in any way, then why not?
Right.
So I started with the sip and paints. And those were really going good. And, brunch is a big thing in America. And I love brunch.
Yeah.
You didn't know. I love me some brunch. And so I was like, okay, how can I put this together? And so I reached out to, a chef here that I know. And I told him what my idea was. And he was like, oh yeah, I really like that. And so he connected me with his social media manager for his restaurants, and we just clicked, and we were able to, we were just able to really. One thing was
happening after another, butterfly effect.
For real, it was. I'm so grateful. That was my first time doing anything at that level. The sip and paints were amazing. They were great, and they almost every time almost sold out.
Now this is year 4.
Yeah,
this is year 4. You're still doing your events, but now you're like, I want to go back. Okay, so now walk me through what's the feeling now, because this is your last week being in Chiang Mai
Wow.
after 4 years
of
growth.
Yeah.
Of 4 years of growth.
Yeah.
So, you know, you done talk to us from year 1, year 2, year 3.
Wow.
So coming here now, I know it's a lot. It's a lot of emotions, and it's a lot that, you know, you're learning, that I'm learning just from watching your journey to now. Because a lot of the stuff you didn't know what you was
I'm
going to
learning
do.
a lot from you too. You are doing this.
No,
Let's just.
This why we do this, y'all. This why we do this. This why we do this. Y'all hearing her story. She didn't know everything that she wanted to do, but everything started falling in place because of you had the main thing you wanted. Like, you got to know what you want in the life that you want, right? So year 4, you're coming in here, you're doing your this going good. So talk to me the feelings of starting year 4.
Starting year 4 in January, I had already decided I was going home. I had already bought my ticket. So it was really just a matter of how do I want to end the year? You know, what else do I want to do? I did another brush and brunch back in back in February, like a Valentine's Day one. And then I just had the Vibe and Vine with Lindsay just this past Friday. So that was my last one before I go. I'm feeling very nostalgic. I'm feeling excited because I have so many great things to look forward to going home. We were talking about it earlier. I'm turning 30 this year. I got a wedding to go to in October. So there's definitely things that I'm super, super excited about and looking forward to as far as getting back. It's just that idea a little bit of oh my gosh, I've worked hard to get to where I'm at here. And I'm comfortable, but I don't want to be complacent either. Correct. I don't want to be stagnant. And I love Chiang Mai, but it does have a way of where you can get complacent. You can get stagnant because it's so easy. You know, it's not that difficult of a transition unless you make it difficult.
Right. So what would you tell the people watching us now if they're trying to move to Chiang Mai in particular or Thailand? What are some emotions or feelings that you would have to hold strong to so that you wouldn't get into those places and those thoughts?
Honestly, I would say maintain a strong prayer life. You know, everybody is different. I'm not telling nobody what to do. That's just my suggestion. Pray for an open mind. Maintain an open mind because whether you're coming to Thailand, whether you're going to Timbuktu, you're going to London, wherever. I'm saying America because that's where I'm from, but America is America. Okay? Leave America in America. Do your research. Look up the customs. You know, look at the way of life here. And don't just look up either people that look like us. For real.
No, that's facts.
Seriously. That's important.
That's facts.
That is so crucial. Cause I did the same thing. I wanted to know what's it like being a Black girl there, but also look up different things so that you can get the full perspective, you know, wherever it is that you're trying to go, because it's so good to have different outlooks, different aspects. If there's some locals in the area that's doing blogs and stuff like that, look for them too, because they're going to really give you the inside scoop of how to adjust and the things to look for and the things to look to. So do your research. Tajir's giving you guys some amazing input. He's giving you guys the straight facts, and he's interviewing people that know this place, you know, and have been here or just got here, whatever. But keep on looking too. You know, I saw that he mentioned other influencers that travel earlier. Do your research, look into it. But I think having an open mind is the number one thing that you can do, because if you don't, you're going to be sad, because you're going to constantly be comparing. Oh, but in America, I could do this and they don't have this here. And I don't, you know, and then you're going to be upset for what? When there's always, mosquitoes. There's always going to be something. You want to leave America for a reason. Or you want to, even if you don't want to leave America, you want to leave your state for a reason. So you have to know that wherever it is that you're going, whether you're going to another city, you're going across the country, you're going to a state that's 2 hours away, keep an open mind. Remember why you're doing it and don't expect for things to be exactly like where you came from, because that's why you left there.
Plug. So yeah, year 4. No. You was on point. You was definitely on point. What leads us into our next topic is literally on the same agenda.
I know that, like, I don't have to be searching for where I'm gonna be staying at, and oh my gosh, how am I gonna get around? How is this gonna happen? It's not. I'm very blessed that I have that, and I recognize that everybody unfortunately does not. So it's not really I'm not really worried about anything. It's just that transition, because America's America and Thailand is Thailand.
Right.
And you don't really get that until you get it.
Yeah. And at your core, you have changed. Like, no matter where you go from next, like, you have embraced so much. And Tanae, as a person, wherever she goes next, she's going to be good. And this is your second time going back to America since the 2 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
So I've been here straight 2 years. I haven't been home in 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. Got you. So I really do appreciate you sharing those pieces and embracing this change right now. I know this week is heavy. It's a lot going on. And what are some things that you're remembering about Chiang Mai, or some things that you're holding on to, you would say?
I'm holding on to the mountains for sure. Okay. Whenever I'm riding somewhere, since I don't drive, I'm like staring at the mountains, like just, I'll take pictures every once in a while, but I love being so close to the mountains. So I'm constantly like just staring at them, trying to take it into my mind, because where I live, there ain't no mountains right there.
So it's the environment, everything about the surrounding area. Okay.
Yeah. And just, when I go back, I'm going to be living with my dad for a little bit. And I really pretty much lived by myself since I left grad school, apart from when I had my roommate for a short period when I first moved here in 2021.
Okay.
But other than that, I've lived by myself. Right. So I like trying to transfer my mind into living with somebody again. So yeah, preparing myself for that. So I've been inside even more than normal lately, just taking in my space. What else? Yeah, just enjoying the people that I'm around that I know really love me here and want to spend some quality time with me before I go. I'm just trying to really take all of that in and just focus on all of the growth that I've had here and how can I carry all of that over to the States with me, because I don't want to stop.
No, you're not.
I love hosting these events. I never would have imagined that about myself.
You really found yourself in Thailand.
Yeah, I found a home here when I didn't even know that that's what I was looking for.
Wow.
I didn't know, because I had moved around a bit in the States before I came because I was in hospitality. So I was working in Louisiana, and then COVID hit, and then I got moved up to a property up in Charlotte. So I've moved it around a little bit in the States and stuff like that. But I didn't realize that I was really just looking for some place to call my home. And Chiang Mai did that for me. And in that, I found much more home within myself, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
I know that wherever I am,
you got everything you need inside. You don't need nothing in this 3D, this physical. Like, whatever you need, it can come to you and attract it.
Yes. In Chiang Mai, for those of you that are wondering more about Chiang Mai is a very, very special place. But what makes Chiang Mai really different is that you have to come with genuine intentions. If you are somebody that you don't have that, you kind of coming with some negativity, you're not ready to be like kind or open, because Thai people in general are very kind. You have the few, but that's anywhere. Okay. But Chiang Mai has just something about it that pulls out something in you that you didn't even know was there. Maybe it's all of the nature. Maybe it's the calmness. I don't really know.
What freedom does to you. What does joy do to you? What does that peace do for you? Yeah.
And you don't even know until you have had it. I didn't know how much peace I was lacking until I finally had it. And now I don't play about it.
You don't. And it shows. Same show and everything that you do. All right, so Beth, so going back to America, where are you starting? Are you going to continue your events? How can people follow you along if you do these events?
Yeah, so that's my hope and my prayer and my goal is to continue with events. When I first get back, my focus is to just spend time with my family and my friends there, and then I got some ideas and some things that I'm planning to do. Prayerfully things work out, but whatever the Lord wants. But if you want to find me and follow along, you can follow me at T.Maria Travels on Instagram. That's where I mostly am. Facebook is just my name, Tanae Melvin. But yeah, follow me on Instagram so that you can see whatever is going on and what's new. Cause I ain't gonna stop traveling. I'm just going back to America.
Okay, I want to leave them off a couple pieces of nuggets. Okay. In the 4 years, just to prepare some people transitioning abroad internationally or living in Thailand, what are some things that you expected that didn't meet those expectations, and to prepare some of the viewers watching right now?
Oh my god!
Because within the 4, you've just seen a lot. Yeah. Like, what is the main things that they should prepare for coming over here?
Man, what are the main things that they should prepare for? Wow. Prepare, I guess. Like I said, yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay. A couple things that I think people should know, right? That's what you said. Mm-hmm. The number one, come with an open mind. Mm-hmm. I think that's a main one. Yeah. Leave your American expectations in America. Yeah. That's number 2. Wherever you're coming from, leave that there. Give wherever you're going a real chance. Give it a real opportunity. Be respectful of that place and of that culture, because that is still their home. So don't be out here walking around with no shirt on. Put your shirt on. We ain't at the beach. You looking away. Is that you? Is that you? Put your shirt
What does freedom look like?
Put your shirt on, okay? We ain't in Phuket. All right? Put your shirt on. What else? Gosh, I think really wherever you're going, take the time out to really think about if you're really ready. Because, let me say this better. We're never really 100% ready for anything. You just have to kind of get yourself in there and go along with it. But you have to have a certain mindset and realizing that this place is different from each place that you're going to go to, wherever it is that you're going to go to. What else?
That was perfect.
Yeah. Save your money.
Save your money.
It's super cheap here, but it can get you caught up too.
It can.
Okay. That Grab food delivery. Next thing you know, some charges done hit. So be careful about that.
Well, shout out you tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time out your day to come talk to us and share your wisdom. Thank you for sharing your last week emotions with us. We appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
And we look forward to seeing you, what you do next in life.
Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you too. And I'm very proud of you and seeing when we met at the Lebanese restaurant at a Sunday dinner all the way till now. So, keep your head up, keep doing you, keep being just a positive ball of energy that you are. And, thank you so much for this opportunity and for even asking me and thinking of me to do this.
Appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all soon.